Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to review Superman and Lois Season 4's third episode, which has been titled Always My Hero. This episode really gave us so much, as the episode begins with Lois saying, "How can a person even express with words how much they mean to them?" where we see them in morning clothes. We also see Sam asking Hardcastle for the serum that was made of Superman's blood, if they still have it, as it was used to revive evil Superman, and he wanted it badly. He is also really angry as he didn't know about it till it was too late. And then we also get a flashback of the time where Lois and Clark came to Sam Lane to reveal how he was Superman, and he just said, "I'll be damned." We also see John and Nat returning to Smallville, where he keeps watching the clip. Here they also mention how they were in Metropolis till now, working on steel works, and they didn't come for help just because Clark told them not to. Here John is also seen telling Nat how Sam has again called them full-time now at the DOD. Lois is also seen publishing the Superman is Dead article, and Jonathan is really not happy with that. He gets really angry. He is also seen taunting Jordan at first, and then he goes to the barn. Unlike the other times, he is not calm this time, but he is panicking. He also asks Jordan to leave and says things he doesn't even mean. He is seen tossing things and breaking his knuckles while punching the pillar. It's like his very first mental breakdown. I have to say he is such a good actor. And finally, the moment I have waited for 4 years, he gets a sudden shock and he starts seeing through stuff and hearing noises. His hand is also seen repairing in seconds, and the ship is also activated, so he finally got his powers, as the ship can only be activated by a Kryptonian. He is so happy, and we directly see him flying. Jordan is also seen getting really affected by this, but Lois is just happy. Jonathan is also seen apologizing to Lois after Jordan leaves, as he didn't really mean to upset him, he was just angry. Lois also tells him how it's just bad timing, but he thinks that with his dad gone, it is a good thing that he has powers now. But he also assures her how he doesn't want to scare her and just wants to help. Nat and John, just as I said, are also seen having a father-daughter date in the middle of a farm, and Nat also reveals how she is ready this time, as this time they have a chance to fight for this world. We also see Lois visiting Sam, where she reveals how she is not okay, but she is just holding it in for the boys to be strong. And then she is also seen telling him how Jonathan got his powers, like all of the powers. He also admits that he always knew that Jonathan will get his powers at some time, where he also mentions how Jonathan has always been a leader and has also had the training of a firefighter. And then we again get a continuation of the flashback we previously saw, where Clark is seen asking for Sam's blessing to marry Lois, but he denies. He is not entirely wrong, as in his line of work, they don't know what evil is coming towards them. And then one day he doesn't want his daughter to be feeling all that pain when Superman is gone. But Clark also stands his ground and says how I will always be with her. In Metropolis, Lex is seen in an abandoned train station where he is seen feeding that thing. But Amanda is not happy, as she is seen taunting him how he cannot attend a meeting of the bots, but he can drop by to feed that thing, and she can see why he likes him. She also mentions some contacts about how this is the last chance to know Elizabeth's whereabouts. At home, Jonathan is seen enjoying the perks of being a super, as now he can also smell things really intensely, where Lois also warns him jokingly, and then they again have a good talk, where he is also seen expressing how he does want to learn and train, but with her permission, and he knows he is not as strong as his father, and he doesn't even want to put on a suit and be like his father, but he also tells her how he will use his powers to save a family if he can, to save them from the pain what they just went through. And then Lois is also seen agreeing to take him to his grandfather so that they can start his training. He is also seen going to Jordan to apologize and to take him with them, but he denies. Back at the DOD, Nat and John are also seen agreeing to join, where Jonell Jones is also mentioned. I really thought he is the Martian Manhunter for a second. And then, just as I said, when Jordan is seen in the barn, revisiting a memory where he got his powers when he tried to save his brother from those pipes. Lex arrives and he is seen trying to manipulate him at first, and then he gaslights him, and then he gives him an edited audio of Lois choosing John. It is really clear how he wants to turn Jordan against her, as after this we also see Jordan having an argument with Lois and then leaving. Sam is also seen finally getting the serum, where he thinks about how he heard Clark talking to his mother Martha on their wedding day, how it could be so good if they had Sam's blessing, as it does mean a lot to Lois. We see him in his uniform here, and then we see Jonelle pointing a gun towards him, asking him for Elizabeth's location with Lex on the line, as Lex has his family on gunpoint. Sam also tries to take the gun and gets shot accidentally, but I think it is totally John's fault. After that, he is seen asking Jones to alert everyone about how the thing is coming, and then he is seen taking the serum himself. I was also really confused here at first about what is he trying to do, and then they are seen preparing for Doomsday, where John has a moment with Sam, and then we see Nat and John trying to stop Doomsday, where John almost gets killed. He arrives at the DOD and Sam comes in front. Here we see him remembering how he did warn Lois for a last time about what she is getting into, but then he also gave her his blessings and told her how much he loved him. He was seen telling her how he will always be there and will always be brave for her. So he agreed that time for their wedding. Back at the present, he just tells her Pumpkin how she will be okay, and then Doomsday kills him. I was really heartbroken here. He was such a good father, and even a greater grandfather. But then we see John taking his body to the fortress, where Lara was already watching over Clark. He tells her how Clark's blood was injected into his body, and whatever they need to do it now, as this is the closest they can get. Back at home, Lois is first seen telling Jordan about Grandpa, and then Nat reveals how Sam was already looking for a donor, but when he got shot, he just took the serum himself. Lara also tells John how the surgery will not take time, but it will take time for Clark to wake up, as it is a human heart, and even after he wakes up, she has concerns about him. After that, we see Nat saying how Sam also left a video for them, where he is seen thanking them and telling them how it was such a blessing to be part of their family, and how he loves Clark and Lois so much, and he even has more love for his 3 grandchildren, Nat, Jonathan and Jordan. He also tells Lois how his heart will always beat with them, and that how he understands why Clark told him that he will always be there for Lois. It was such an amazing episode. It is already in the top 5 for me. After that, we again see that morning scene where they are seen standing on their grave, with Jordan and Jonathan wearing the shirts that Grandpa gave them. The ending is even more crazier, as in the last scene, we see Clark sleeping at first and then he just wakes up with a sigh. Here the episode goes blank. This episode was the greatest episode of season 4, a 10 on 10 overall. So guys, stay tuned for further more updates, and if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't. Also let me know in the comments what do you think about this. Thank you.